Yo les pépitos, nous, nous sommes what the fuck, putain j'ai une vision là de monsieur le président achevé par terre là, la cravate en l'air. Bon, du coup notre mission après avoir checké le président et avoir reçu sa carte level 4 il me semble. Yes, level 4, ah oui on a eu ça, le MO disque magnéto-optique fourni par le président, il contient un virus pouvant anéantir le fonctionnement de GW Arsenal Gear. Okidoki. On va se refoutre à ration 5. Pentazémine, j'en ai 2. On va se refoutre en thermogogol. Là, il fallait, me semble-t-il, trouver Emma Emmerich. Je sais plus où elle est. On va essayer de checker le mec. Ou alors, elle est... Ah non, elle était en Shell 2 B1. Et après, rendez-vous en Shell 1 B2. Ouais putain, ah ouais, je me suis rappelé cette connerie là. Vas-y, on va faire un petit appel au colonel quand même. Ok, s'en bat les couilles. Okidoki, bon bah, on se casse d'ici. Y a-t-il pas des petits objets? Oh. Ah là, bizarrement, le colonel il l'appelle là.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Where do we go from here? Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorists.
Mais le président était un terroriste lui-même. Ah ouais.
We will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal Gear.
C'est lui qui a activé l'Arsenal Gear.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal Gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Aren't you forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a
Campbell est de plus en plus chelou lui aussi là. Ça se trouve il est en train de nous ken là. Le bouton clair était au vice-président.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention.
Ah c'est chelou là.
I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time.
Ok, vas-y, let's go.
Emma. She's supposed to be located on level
B1
in the core of that building.
Sur notre bâtiment. Ok.
You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
Oh, vas-y, c'est bon. Compris, terminé. Apliskin.
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal Gear.
On doit trouver sa petite sœur.
Arsenal Gear?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
You never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the Big Shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal Gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described, a massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out
Allez les
that
potes
mad
là,
bomber.
faut qu'on aille nettoyer tout ça.
There's no doubt that Arsenal Gear is being built here.
En tout cas ouais,
And it was all
l'Arsenal Gear est
set
bien
up
ici.
2 years ago, on that day, all of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
Ah, nos photos, frère.
They were on the news on several websites.
Sur la télé, sur le
If I
net.
remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
That's right. Otacon, me.
Eh, on est des sacrés paparazzi, hein.
Photos of
Ah
the
ouais.
Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
What the fuck, je me souvenais plus de ça.
VR training of the tanker mission before?
Snake et Olga,
Yeah,
terroriste qui
well, I
attaque le
doubt it
tanker.
accurately simulates the events of that mission.
On lui a mis une petite branlée à celle-ci là.
I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Ah oui, le daron est décédé sur place.
And him,
Who are you talking about?
a man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
Ah oui, le commandant aussi.
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, I'm taking it back.
Ocelot
Il
then
reprend
sank
le
the
Ray.
tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
Et ça a été la panade.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. Small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us.
Otacon, c'est un bon stratège.
Were
Attends.
released to the
Ah
public.
ouais.
In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
Ah, ils sont devenus
It was
terroristes aussi.
definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like
Ça devient
everyone
intriguant
knows
cette
about them
histoire là
except
sur les
me.
patriotes là.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think
Ils décident vraiment de tous les mecs, quoi.
Example of him, so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it. They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. Two more
Ok, on s'est
puppets
fait
in their
berner de
shell.
ouf quoi. Grave les pantins.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Bah lui il est bien mort. Hein.
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile.
Ok, pas
at
de
the
signe de
time.
Solidus du coup.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Petit coup de fanta. Est-ce que Slot serait pas un membre des Patriotes surtout?
Later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles,
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Ok,
Wait a
mais
second.
ah oui, Emma
Isn't
Bewan.
Emma Emmerich.
my sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me.
C'est une geek.
She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to stop Arsenal.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my way.
Ok, let's do it frère. Let's do it. Nous sommes ouais, sur la Shell 2, mais là du coup, ouais. Ah oui, il y avait un ascenseur. Là, on va rester ici. On va se faire peut-être une petite save des familles. Ça fait longtemps que j'en avais pas fait.
Jack, do you need to...
Histoire de parler à ma petite Rose en même temps. What? Je suis plus à, je suis à plus de presque 9 heures de game. Ah ouais, what? C'est pas que tu m'emmerdes Rose, mais oh non. Ok. Donc faut qu'on se tape au B1. Thermogogol. Le M4. On a la petite arme, ouais, lance-grenade, Nikita, Stinger. Le petit book des familles. C'est parti les frangins. Est-ce qu'il y a un B1? Yes, il y a un B1. Ah mais c'est là où c'était inondé le bordel, non? Mais oui. Putain, ah ouais. C'est qu'il y a un bordel alors. Ouais, c'est inondé mais vas-y. Vas-y, je suis par tout là-bas. Là, il y a quoi en fait? Il y a rien. Attends, je vais remonter, mais... Ah, qu'est-ce qu'il veut lui?
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon.
Ah
What's your
si, c'est par ici
situation?
alors.
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded.
C'est un
The
vrai
seawater
bordel.
that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
I see. Listen, there's something I have to tell you about EE.
Don't worry about her. I'll
Et
get
même
her
Rick.
out.
She's afraid of water.
Oh putain, elle a peur de
What?
l'eau en plus.
Yeah. When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there. You could see the pool from my room.
Bon, Otacon... Allez. Désolé pour ça les frères, mais ça blabla trop. Retrouvons Emma. Normalement, il y a un bail là, ouais. Ok, reprenons nos esprits ici. Attends, c'est en vrai? En vrai, moi je me barrais bien par là. Ah, c'est ouvert maintenant. Oula. C'était pas ouvert avant. C'était pas ouvert. Là, attendez. Là, il y a la mine. Là, j'ai un moyen de sortir. Et là, derrière... Attendez, on va aller checker ici. Bon bah je crois que c'est par là qu'il fallait aller en fait. Merde, quel con. Oh, le démineur. Le démineur, il est séché. Attendez, je vais reprendre de l'air. Et là du coup c'est quoi ici? C'est cassé? Ok. Vas-y, attends. Je prends de l'air et on se casse. C'est bloqué là. Nique ta mère. Oh, pardon. C'est bloqué par des trous. Des trucs un peu what the fuck. Hop. No panique, no panique. No panique. Et là, il n'y a plus qu'à se barrer. Putain. Moi, les trucs de joystick sont inversés, mais pas sur ce game. Allez, mon petit Raiden, ouvre-moi ça. On est bon. Au pire, j'ai de la ration. De toute façon. Ration full, attendez, je vais m'en placer une. Je vais récupérer celle-ci, hop. What? Emma, nous voilà. Ok. Je vais lui mettre un petit coulant dans la gueule. Je sais pas ce que c'est. J'en ai plus. Ah non, ah oui, c'est comme ça. Ah oui. Je vais lui mettre un petit coulant pour la rafraîchir. C'est parti les frères. Là, normalement, on doit retrouver Emma, mais... Oh non, Vamp.
Still ticking, huh?
Unfortunately,
Oh, c'est la merde. Là.
vacancies.
Il y a une technique qui repousse, mais je me rappelle plus du tout ce que c'est. On va essayer de l'assommer, on va pas essayer de le tuer.
I thought
Il me semble que quand tu les assommes avec des armes non létales, tu gagnes leur dog tag en fait.
quite eloquent. They speak out clearly what
Mais je vais voir, c'est trop dur, on le filmine, on s'en bat les couilles. Ça fait déjà une fois qu'on lui a mis une basse dans le crâne là.
This should be fun. Well worth the wait.
Allez, je vais m'amuser aussi, vas-y, viens là, ramène-toi. Il fait des trucs bizarres en plus, hein. Vampire de merde.
You knew I was coming?
You've become a nuisance. I can't let
Il se torsade le torse à chaque fois qu'il a tué une victime, il me semble.
The girl is just ahead.
Ah, ok.
She's of no use to us now.
Donc on doit se
She
faire
served us well
le
as
petit
the live
vamp.
bait for the big catch. Crazy Ivan sometimes speaks the truth.
Let's do it, les frangins. Ah oui,
Emma's
Emma.
alive?
She was sometime.
Oh la gueule, elle a la même gueule que son
But has
frère.
become quite
La même
serious.
ganache.
Wouldn't be surprised if she's a mermaid now.
What?
Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike? Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
Bombe nucléaire, hein, hydrogène. Et...
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb.
Ah.
This weapon is capable of heavy hydrogen nuclear fusion using lasers and magnetics to generate heat-insulated compression. It was a
Je comprends rien.
top-secret project initiated by the current president, and Solidus has no idea of its existence. The clean thermonuclear bomb is at an experimental stage and is handled differently. Specifically, it becomes launch capable when Arsenal is activated.
Ok, l'arsenal, dès que l'arsenal est activé, ça va partir en cacahuète.
6 months ago, we lost everything we believed in. We were abandoned to take the fall in their cover-up. We were labeled as killers, responsible for the mass murder of civilians as well as our own allies. And the public believed every word, turning a deaf ear to
Vamp, je sais plus
whatever
d'où
we
il vient,
had
lui.
to the contrary.
Ça doit être le truc de Roumanie ou de Pays de l'Est, je pense.
And destroy this world of deceit they have created along with them.
Il fait penser à un mec de l'Est.
You're insane.
Insane? We might be the only ones telling the truth.
Okidoki, pouvoir surnaturel, monsieur marche sur l'eau. Putain, ça va devoir se péter là.
Arsenal's ready to go into operation.
Damn it.
You're still hoping that the girl can install that virus you're carrying around, aren't you?
Je vais te coller un deuxième trou,
You know?
ça va te faire bizarre.
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That
Eh,
isn't
gros.
seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes.
Ah,
contained
c'est pas de l'eau de mer.
Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave.
Ouais, mais ça tombe aussi.
Show me what you got.
Okidoki les potes.